I decided that I still need to level up quite a bit. So I decided that the best way to level up is, hey, Grizzly Red, welcome. Nice to see you. I've decided that, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go through the old Omen. Yep, I'm gonna run the gauntlet. Figure that way I can level up. I think it's all the way over here. Hey, Grizzly Red, thank you for the host. Damn it, where the hell is this thing? I think it's over to the left. It's embarrassing when I can't even find the giant flying thing. There it is. The Black Omen. How's that for a knock at your door? We're coming right in. Better roll out the red carpet. My day has been pretty okay. I woke up around noon. I ran some errands. Came home. Streamed for a couple hours. Made some dinner. Did some homework on this game. And now I'm back to stream for hopefully not, it won't take me all night, because I know it's like, 9:20. So I'm hoping to beat Lavos and subsequently the game by tonight. We'll see how this goes. Fools, haven't you learned your lesson? We are immortal. We shall live forever with Lavos, who devours this planet even as he sleeps, draining this planet's power. Lavos will rule the world in a mere 14,000 years. The Black Omen is a path which leads to Lavos. It is a shrine which provides us with limitless power. As long as the Mighty One reigns, your dreams are hopeless. Okay. You should sacrifice yourself to the mighty Lavos. Fat chance. How does this day find you, Grizzly Red? I have not seen it either myself. I've been meaning to. I heard it was pretty good. I'm not necessarily a fan of the original Cloverfield. I like a good monster movie and all, but I don't do so good with shaky cams. It's not my favorite camera style, so to say. It's even worse because I feel like a lot of modern action movies. Okay, yeah. I mean, like I heard it's like somewhat tied in, but somewhat not, because I know they had that like new Cloverfield that came out on Netflix, and I don't know if it's like all the movies are actually tied together, or if they're just like sort of like a weird anthology thing, or I don't know. I feel like it's very confusing. Probably on purpose. Which one are you? Yep, okay. Oh, what the hell? You were just poking out before. Ah, my itchy eye. Hey, Special Bunny. Thanks for following the party. Welcome aboard. Okay, yeah, that's what I assumed, or what I thought was the point. Jeez, usually with those things I have much better luck. The unfortunate part is I don't really have time to sit down and watch movies as much as I used to, which is sad. Because it's like I work, 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, and, trying to do the streaming thing, and, other social responsibilities. Oh, well, okay. Don't use magic on them. Hear ye, I'm gonna slice ya and dice ya. Couldn't you just be like up a little bit more to the other guy so I could cut you parallel? Also, these guys look like they're wearing like little boxer shorts. Let's see. Debris. There's a save point over there, and I do have some shelters, but I would like to save them. Actually, I should have bought more shelters before I came in here. Well, that's my stupid decision. that Falcon arrow. I know it's called the Falcon Hit, but I call it the Falcon Arrow. After the wrestling move of the same name. Yeah, because it kind of goes in a straight line like an arrow. So I'm just curious, like, do you get a lot of, like, any free tacos or anything? Because I feel like that'd be, like, one major perk to the job. Not that, like, Taco Bell is the best tacos. Oh, bummer. How about all the free Baja Blast you can drink? These are just like those rock guys. True, true. I was doing pretty good there for a while, getting off the wagon, on the wagon, whatever the expression is, about soda. But then I fell into a really bad habit about drinking energy drinks all the time. So if it's not one thing, it's another. People are like, well, why don't you just drink coffee? And I'm like, well, I hate coffee. Like, I don't care, you know, it's just like, some people are just like, well, add, you know, see what you like, add some milk and creamer or sugar, and like, it's like, no. If I don't like coffee, I don't like coffee. It doesn't matter what I add to it. I mean, I do drink a lot of tea, and I do like tea, but, you know, even the black tea usually has the most caffeine, but even that doesn't really have as much as a cup of coffee or something else. I mean, what it really comes down to is I should stop going to bed at like 2, 3 in the morning and then get up at 7 to get to work by 8. But that's neither here nor there. Or so I tell myself. Well, the thing I always find ironic and kind of funny about coffee is, like, yeah, I know plenty of people who drink coffee, but I don't really know anyone that, I don't really know many coffee drinkers personally who drink it straight black. Like, they always have to put something in their coffee, and I'm like, well, if you have to add something to it, do you really like it? Like, you know, you're essentially watering down coffee with something else to mask the taste. So it's like, do you really like coffee, or do you just like, you know, because my grandma, she used to drink it black. And instant, too. Instant coffee. So, but like, I know some people who, you know, they'll get a coffee with like 4 sugars in it. You know, it's like, seems a little excessive. Hey, it's a slightly dark blue ghost. It's a slightly dark blue ghost. Hey, we got a slightly dark blue ghost, and we got a grizzly red. Slightly dark blue ghost. You missed my... I had another stream earlier today. You missed it. I did my best Australian accent when I was voicing one of the characters. So, maybe you want to go back and watch that, you know, after this and later on. So you can then make fun of me for how bad my accent is. Up the elevator, the light vader, the illuminator, the illuminator. Yeah, so yesterday I had a stream with a good friend of mine who Chrono Trigger is his favorite game. Oh, thank you, Slightly Dark Blue Ghost. I wear that with pride. But yeah, I streamed for a good 4 hours yesterday, 4 or 5 hours, with a friend of mine who this game is like his favorite game of all time. So he was helping me through some of the side quests. And Blue Gatos. And I think we started streaming about 5 o'clock or something. And I think we ended around 9 or 10. And then he went home. And then I played. I recently got Dead Rising 4 on PC through a Humble Bundle. The Humble Bundle monthly. Bleh. And ooh, I gotta charm these guys. So I was up kind of, and then I was doing some homework, so to say, on this game last night as well. So yeah, I didn't go to bed till like 2 or 3 in the morning last night, and then I woke up at noon today. Damn it, stop killing each other. I need to friggin' steal shit from you. Funny story about the Alien franchise, actually. At least from a personal perspective. So, growing up, I watched a lot of, like, you could say movies that were not appropriate for someone of my age. I watched a lot of, like, rated R movies growing up. My dad got a VCR in the early to mid-'80s. And, you know, when HBO became a thing and such, he would record movies off of the TV and such. So, I grew up watching a lot of movies. So, you know, I watched all the classics, so to say. I watched Aliens, Predator, Predator 2, Terminator, you know, you name it, I watched it growing up when I probably shouldn't have, because I was probably a little too young. But, you know, my parents, you know, kind of had that, like, talk with me, so to say, when at a very young age, which, you know, I think it's important to be like, you know, these are just movies, they're not real, you know, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I love all those movies. Actually, funny story about Alien 3, in fact. One of the very first movies that I can remember seeing in theaters was Alien 3. My dad took me to see it. But, funny story, and I keep using that phrase as a crutch, I apologize. I fell asleep during the opening credits, and I didn't wake up until the end credits. Some would say that that was probably for the best. I mean, I don't hate Alien 3 as much as some people do. It was definitely one of those movies that suffered from, you know, studio involvement and, you know, tensions between the director and the studio, and I think it was like one of those early signs of really bad 90s CGI, you know, the early days of CGI. I don't know. I don't really have as much of a problem with it as some people. I saw Resurrection in theaters as well, and I don't really have too much of a problem with that either. Which I know people are going to say is blasphemy. Whatever. I don't know. I try not to get too hung up on issues of sequels and why couldn't the other guy have killed the other guy? Alien Isolation is one of those games that I own, and I started to play it, but I never got around to finishing it. Which is a shame, because I thought it was a pretty good game, and I really loved the aesthetic of Alien Isolation. They really, like, nailed the look and feel of the films, you know, that, like, retro futurism look. I really appreciated that. Well, you want to talk about films that okay. I take back what I said. I am a little bit of elitist, franchise elitist, because I don't know what's wrong with Ridley Scott, but Covenant and Prometheus, like, I don't know what he's doing. I remember going to see Prometheus in theaters and being, like, so excited, and then I just left the theater being so angry. I didn't see Covenant in theaters. I saw it by other means because I didn't really want to give Ridley Scott my money. Yeah. I'm trying to think if that's ever happened to me. If there's ever been... I knew there was something over here. Ooh! That's a lot of money. And I'm trying to think if there's ever been a movie that has angered me that much when I was in the theater watching it. Well, there's probably one, actually, and I know a lot of people like the movie and whatever, you know, but I'm not really a big fan of remakes and such, and the only reason I went and saw the film was because all my friends were going, and I was just like, well, I guess I'll go along. And we ended up, like, going opening night, and there weren't many seats left, so we had to sit. This is the only time I've ever sat front row for a movie, and I'll never do it again, because it sucked having, like, yeah, we went and saw the Dawn of the Dead remake. I know a lot of people liked it, but I could not stand it. And I so wanted to, like, walk out of the theater at a certain point, but one of my friends was my ride, and I could have walked home, but I didn't really want to. I mean, yeah, there's certain remakes that I don't mind. I'm not saying I hate all remakes, like, oh, movies get remade. I mean, I really loved the Night of the Living Dead remake that Tom Savini did. That was really great. I mean, not that I'm surprised, because Tom Savini is a great guy who actually, yeah, has respect for a lot of horror movies and horror traditions and such, because, you know, he was a part of so many of those movies. I think that's kind of one of the reasons why I liked Resurrection, because in some respects it had, like, its tongue firmly planted in its cheek, so to say. It didn't take itself too seriously, but at the same time it didn't, like, totally disrespect that which came before it. Whereas Prometheus and Covenant, I felt, was, like, way too serious. Like, it just took itself so goddamn seriously, and at the end of the movie, I just felt like it just sort of, like, spat on everything that came beforehand. Which is funny, because they're prequels. Vigil hat. Oh, boss fight coming up. Hey, what are you guys doing here? Oh, I guess I'll shop. I never got around to seeing the Evil Dead remake, probably because I'm such a huge fan of the original that, yeah, it's kind of hard for me to swallow, so to say. Alright, well, I could probably sell a lot of this shit, but I'll save first anyways. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger. I kind of not that I put the Evil Dead remake in this category, but I fell out of favor with horror for the long, like growing up, I was really big into horror. You know, all the classics, you know, Evil Dead, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Hellraiser, Halloween, you name it, blah blah blah. But you know, once all the quote-unquote torture porn and like a lot of that stuff, I kind of fell out of favor with horror. I'll tell you what I need to do. I need to watch the rest of Ash vs. Evil Dead, because I watched about half of the first season and then I didn't have Stars anymore, and so I got the first season on DVD, Blu-ray, and never got around to watching it. And I know they got to a third season and then Stars recently canceled them, so... And I've heard it's actually pretty good. I have not seen The Witch. I think I've heard of it, though. I'm a fan of the Terminator franchise up to a certain point. Terminator 1, of course, is a classic. Terminator 2 is like even more of a classic. I saw Terminator 3 in theaters, and I saw it like 3 times in theaters. Not so much because I loved it, but because I was so conflicted and intrigued. And I don't know. It's a very difficult movie. It's I don't know. It's hard. Like, I don't really have a strong opinion either way on it. I mean, that sounds like a total cop-out, but it's true. I saw Salvation in theaters, and I liked it. I kind of wish they had went with the original ending for Salvation. Just because I thought it would have been a cool twist. I never saw Genesis. I had no interest. What am I doing? Yeah, I know they're talking about making another one, and then there's gonna be another... There's a new Halloween coming out, and... Oh, you want to talk about a franchise that just gives me a fucking headache? It's the Halloween movies. The continuity in those movies is like Might as well be non-existent. Oh. Okay. We're gonna charm these guys. We're gonna steal their mega elixirs so we can use it in the fight against Lavos. We gotta make sure these things don't get close to each other so they don't friggin' eat each other. Yeah, I don't have high hopes. I've got low hopes, low hopes. You know, I totally forgot there was even a new Predator movie coming out until you mentioned it. I never saw, what did they call it? Didn't they call it just Predators, the last one? And there was like multiple Predators? I saw Alien vs. Predator in the theater, and I remember thinking that movie was hilarious. Like, there's the part at the end where the human and the Predator team up to take on the Alien Queen. Spoilers. And it felt like a buddy cop movie. And like, there's that one part where they're just like, you know, they turn around, they're just like, ah! And there's the Alien Queen. And I remember me and my friends were joking after the movie got out, and we were like, it'd be so great if they made a buddy cop movie sequel. And it's just like, I forget what the human character's name is. It was just like, Predator, Sergeant, get in my office. Getting chewed out by the chief. I mean, franchises are hard, you know? It's just like, they always start out strong, and then, you know, the more you dilute the product, so to say, the less potent it becomes. I mean, there are some exceptions. And of course, it's all opinion-based. I haven't been paying attention to how much tech points these things have been giving me. I don't know if they're like the rocks where they give you a lot. Holy moly! Maddie! Thank you so much, sir! With the Tier 1 subscription for 2 months in a row? Thank you! Thank you so much! And I believe that, you know, one of the nice things that happened today, actually, it's actually a good thing you did that. I recently submitted emotes to Twitch, and they approved a couple of them. Still waiting on approval for one of them. But as a subscriber, you now have access to the Tier 1 emote. So, enjoy. And thank you once again for your support. Oh yeah, there they are, baby! Consider yourself privileged, but not only can you now use those emotes, but you are the first one to use those emotes. "8-bit watermelons," stylized in the form of, they're supposed to be like they're based off the pork chops that you get in Castlevania, except they've been watermelonized. Yes, yes. Look at them, gaze upon their gloriousness. They do look pretty nice. Gotta give all credit for those to my friend Bernie, who graphically designed them for me. All this talking's making me thirsty. I think I will have myself some strawberry watermelon polar seltzer. I don't know if you can actually see it there. I don't have any friends. That's why I'm streaming by myself. That's not true. I had someone I had someone here streaming with me yesterday. That's only the beginning. I'm hoping to have a lot more people come by and stream with me. Because, you know, that's what retro gaming's all about, you know? It's about being in the same room, playing on the same TV, a little bit of couch co-op, or competitive. Hell yeah, Maddie. If only you lived a little bit closer. I mean, I could still probably drive to your location in probably about 3 hours, maybe? But still, not ideal. Someday I'll get out there and I'll visit you. Unless you moved recently. I don't know. Shows how much of a good friend I am if I don't know. I did not know that, Grizzly Red. I knew that Dusk Episode 3 was shown off recently, but I didn't know how recent, and that it was at PAX, which unfortunately I did not attend, even though I had tickets. Or badges. Stinking badges. Oh, okay, you're still in New York. Well, maybe someday I'll find my way down there. Or up there. Actually, I think you're like quite vertically to me. Somewhat. Boss battle coming up. Whenever there's a save point, you can bet there's gonna be a boss battle. Oh no. Am I gonna have to play Simon Says? Ah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it for sure. Probably even play it on stream like I did with episode 1 and 2. Although, I never did finish episode 2 on stream. Should probably do that someday. That's better. I was like, come on. Chrono's Ultimate has to do something. No, 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 no. No. Shit, I should just let Chrono do everything. I don't even know if any of the other ones could do anything. Yeah, I know. I need to be better with self-promotion. I'm not very good at it. Although it was pretty cool when I mentioned that I had streamed Dusk, and the devs found my tweet somehow, and they retweeted it and such, so that was cool. I'm sure more stuff like that would happen if only I actually announced my streams ahead of time. Alright, well that doesn't do anything. Alright, Chrono, looks like it's all up to you. We'll just have the other two basically keep you fed. Magically and healthily. Oh, that's a good start. Oh, actually, let's see what Leap Slash will do. Okay. Alright, never mind. I don't know why I keep trying other things. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not a question of whether or not it'll come out, it's whether or not I'll care. I mean, I don't even know what it is. Like, it plays old games? It plays new games? I don't really understand what it does. Is it a Steam box? An emulator box? I'll tell you what I'm more interested in. I'm more interested in that supposed Neo Geo Mini that got announced. Or didn't really get announced, but teased. Although, the last SNK Neo Geo thing they came out with, the portable, ooh, that was a disaster. That is one console that I wish I had money for. Like, I so wish I could buy a Neo Geo. But they're so expensive. And, the games are so expensive. Well, that's the thing. They like hype this. They like reveal this thing, like hype it up, and it's just like, well, what is it? Well, you'll see. How about you just tell me? But no, you gotta market and hype it up by being vague as shit. Nereus, welcome to the show. Yeah, so I meant to ask, how is the stream? Because I got a couple of complaints from some people about how I streamed in 1080. So I think I set it to do 720 now, which will hopefully stream a little bit better. I don't know if anyone can confirm that. Awesome. Thank you. When you go to like the little gear at the bottom right there, does it say the source is 720? Just curious. Yeah, I guess I kind of what's the word? I guess I was foolhardy to think, well, I mean, clearly I have to stream in 1080. You know, when my the game footage is only in, it's upscaled through the Framemeister as 720, and it's like you don't really need to see my face that clearly. And so, the more I thought about it, and the more I heard some people complain about it, the more I realized that streaming in 1080 just didn't make any sense. So I'm glad that the settings I did work, and it looks and sounds fine. And hopefully it'll run better for some people. Yeah, like I said, I don't know why I was just like, biting off more than I could chew, feeling like, Well, I need everything to be crystal clear and perfect in 1080p. By the way, oh wait, never mind. I got confused. Save here, because, again, if there's a save point, chances are there's a boss fight. Especially when you're in the Black Omen, where it's like a fucking gauntlet. So half the reason I'm doing this is because the Black Omen is like this gauntlet where you go through this whole dungeon full of monsters and bosses, and then you go like directly into a fight with Lavos, who has even more forms than the fight that I was trying to do earlier today. My hope is that I will level up enough going through all this shit by the time I get to Lavos, and will, in doing so, be strong enough. Also, you can, so this is what I really, this is also why I'm really doing this, because you find a lot of mega elixirs in here, either by stealing them from enemies, or finding them in chests, or getting them from defeating enemies. And mega elixirs, from what I've read and everything, they are what you need essentially for Lavos, because you basically just have one character popping these every round. You know, I don't know. It's like I never really know what I'm gonna stream next, so to say. There's part of me that wants to stream another RPG, because I really like doing a long play, because like half the reason I started streaming was so I could go through my massive backlog of retro games and, you know, finish them, because there's a lot of games that I own that I've never either played or finished, and Chrono Trigger's one of them. I mean, there's a lot of other RPGs that I've never beaten or played all the way through. But at the same time, like, you know, I feel like maybe I need to take a break from really long form RPGs, because I feel like maybe some people would get fatigued if I just play like one long game after another. Alright, so magic heals the top. Yeah, Medieval is a game that I've definitely had my eye on, especially because you know, I really liked Dusk, and you know, Medieval looks great, and you know, I can tell the developers give a shit, to put it bluntly. Ooh, a muscle ring. Alright, so damaging the top guy makes him siphon life out of the bottom guy. So we'll just keep this up. I mean, I got a bunch of classic RPGs in my possession that I've never finished or started or gotten far in, like Final Fantasy VII, Grandia 2, Legend of Dragoon. Oh yeah, I got my whole equipment list down below. Yeah, I own a Sony PVM 2030. It's beautiful. Like, pictures of it just don't even like do it justice. Like the image you see here, over. I'm trying to point at it. Yeah, like the image you see here is done through RGB SCART cables and a Framemeister, but like the picture on the PVM looks pretty much almost the same. It looks so good. Took a lot of time and money to get the sweet PC, to get the PVM, to get the RGB SCART cables, the Framemeister, you know, the whole thing. But I'm very happy with how it's come along, you know, in the past year or so since I started on this journey of streaming and such. And, you know, ever since I started, my goal was to have one of the best looking retro gaming streams out there. You know, I mean, I should probably follow more retro gaming streams, but I feel like every time I search the retro gaming section on Twitch, it's mostly people doing speedruns. And there's nothing wrong with speedruns. I love speedruns. I look forward to awesome games done quick, you know, and summer games done quick. But, you know, I'm not a speedrunner. I just play games. I just play retro games for fun because, oh yeah. I actually owe Mike Matei a lot of inspiration points because he definitely, him and My Life in Gaming and the website Retro RGB definitely helped me to get my setup to where it is. Yeah, Narius, that's basically my philosophy. Again, nothing against speedrunners, because, again, it's something I can't do. It's very impressive, but I'm not really looking to break the game or, you know, play it as quick as possible. I'm looking to savor the flavor, you know? Like a Jolly Rancher. Watermelon Jolly Ranchers. Wow, I got a hankering for them now. Ooh, a white rock. I don't know, man. I don't know how some people do it. I honestly don't know. Like, I've watched plenty of speedruns. Like I said, I love the awesome games done quick, and I've listened to like interviews with some speedrunners and such, and you know, they talk about their process and such, and I'm just like, I don't understand it. What do we got now? Oh no! It's a lava spawn! Good thing I know how to defeat this thing. You just gotta eat, hit the beak. Don't hit the body. Body bad. I don't have a fancy keyboard. Well, I don't have a fancy keyboard or a fancy mouse. Just your generic. See, told you, no problem. I just use a basic Logitech wireless. You know, I don't have any of those fancy RGBs. The only RGBs I got are in my SCART cables. If I may make a bad joke. Oh, that's glorious. Glorious! Some people might call it blasphemous, but you know, it's like I have this really sweet gaming rig that can play pretty much anything on, you know, max settings perfectly. But I'm not really much of a competitive PC gamer, you know. I'll play a battle royale game every now and then when, you know, but I'm more of a single player gamer, to be honest, or co-op or something, you know. So I don't really need like the fancy keyboard and mouse for precision gaming or anything. Oop, did I save? Fuck it, I'm gonna save again. 83 saves. I think I said I was gonna get to like 100 by the time this was over. Well, that's not creepy. Behold, my pretties, destiny in its most brutal form. All the dreams that might have been, all the happiness and sorrow you might have experienced, gone forever. For you, there will be no tomorrow. The dark omen transcends time and space, waiting for Lavos to awaken. Destiny has led you here, and here you shall rest forever, unless you can defeat me and smash the omen. Come, dear friends, perhaps I can persuade Lavos to share his dreams with you. Did I say dreams? I meant his internal nightmares. Yes, if my research, according to my research, yes, you can charm a prism dress as well as a couple of prism helms or something. But the gauntlet has only just begun. Oh yeah, I already charmed a bunch of mega elixirs out of enemies. God damn it, stop doing that! Ah! My powers don't seem to work here. Wait, I'll simply toss you into the Mammon Machine. You'll be one with the Omen, Lavos, and me. So I read a very interesting thing about the Mammon Machine in my research. You can basically beat this entirely with Frog. Because if you attack him with anything else or anyone else, the Mammon Machine will basically absorb all that damage and energy and then shoot it back at you. But Frog, because he has the Masamune will actually... the Masamune absorbs energy and actually heals Frog. So if you basically have Frog solo this fight, the Mammon Machine can't do, like, much damage. Like, okay, he's gonna release the stored energy. Look at that, that's nothing. So if you basically keep Frog just hitting the entire time, and if you have Ayla and Chrono just healing, I did play Deus Ex Human Revolution, but I never finished it. Oh, that Son of Sun battle, Jesus. That took forever, but you know, just lucky that the character had the vest on. Nope, nope. Don't want to attack! Froggy does all the attacking. So this might make the battle, like, go on a little bit longer. But it's the safe route. Oh yeah, I also have Mankind Divided as well, but once again, I never finished it. I only maybe got about a quarter into the game. Are you noticing a pattern here? I start a lot of games, but I don't finish them. Which is half the reason why I started streaming, was so that I had a reason to, you know, finally finish games in my massive backlog. Oh, 40 damage? Oh, yeah, that's nothing. Again, it might make the battle last longer than it probably should, but as they say in the speedrun community, not that I'm a speedrunner, but it's a safe strat. You need to do more crits. Why aren't you doing more crits? You need to be more like Crits-a-Quaddle. I forget what accessories I put on them, to be quite honest. I think for Chrono and Ayla, I gave them the accessories that makes their hits, maximizes their hits. And for Frog, I think I gave him magic costs 75% less, because he's my primary healer. Alright, Grizzly Red, thank you once again for tuning in, for the host, for the great conversations. Seriously, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming by. Peace! I want to say that the Mammoth Machine has like 10,000 HP. So, you know, I might have to do this about anywhere between 10 and 20 times. Less if he keeps critting. Yeah, I mean, like any RPG, it's like as long as you know, like, the weaknesses and the right combos, you know, anything is possible. Like, I know there's probably, like, other better combinations of team members and such, but, like, in a lot of the research that I did last night and earlier today, you know, a lot of people were saying to use this team because they're heavy hitters, and due to a lot of Lavos's forms having, you know, or like a lot of the enemies in the Omen and Lavos have like a straight line pattern. You can hit them with the Falcon hit and do a shit ton of damage, and then of course these three, their triple tech is quite amazing in its own right, able to do like close to 5,000 damage. And with the Falcon hit, you know, you're looking at least 2,500 in each hit. Between 2,000 and 2,500. Again, maybe this fight would go faster if I had everyone attacking it, but then, you know, it'd be doing a lot more damage back to me. I did my homework. See? Look. I beat it. Well, I mean, I beat that fight. Hardly a scratch on me. Whoa! It's Chrono Trigger, but they're in space? You cretins! I plan to live with Lavos and control the universe forever. You will not get in my way. Indulge in such regrets in the next life. I've got some bad news, guys. Oh yeah, shit's already real. So I'm told I have to just hit the face. If I hit the hands, shit gets real. Although I should probably charm some shit before I forget. Got the prism dress. Ah, shit. Alright, don't hit Ayla. Don't hit Ayla. Got a prism helm. Ah, shit. Come on, 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 come on. Fuck. Oh, shit. Shit, shit, shit. This is not good. This is not good. I was not paying attention. I really should not have been fucking charming shit, to be honest. I really don't need that shit. It's because I was focusing on charming. I really, I actually don't really need any of the charm stuff. That was probably bad to do that, actually. Exactly, and I already have the helms, so there'd be no point in getting the helms. Oh my god, stop doing that! Well, thank God the fight's over, but I'm only at 1 health. Well, I apologize. We're gonna have to go through this again. So, how was everybody's day? I already kind of talked about my day earlier. I woke up around noon. I streamed this for a little bit. Then I made dinner and did a little homework and research. Hey, Joey Retro is here. Joey Retro, an illustrious member in the Watermelon Bonsai Hall of Heroes, don't you know? Hey, buddy. I saw you, you waved to me on Facebook. I didn't know if that was intentional or a mistake. Because I've had people do that before where it was a mistake. So I apologize if you legit were trying to get my attention. Narius. Oh, jeez, wow. At least take me to dinner first. Eat dinner, I guess. Probably not. I'm more of a Denny's type of guy, you know. Little eggs over my hammy. Kind of wish I, well, even if I knew that there was the Japanese festival today, I probably wouldn't have been able to go because I don't have much disposable income these days. But I would have loved to get some ramen. Speaking of emotes, which I know no one brought up, but just because people are using them, a couple of my emotes got approved today, so that was another thing that happened today that was pretty cool. Oh, we'll get some ramen. Don't you worry. It'll happen. What kind of ramen did you get? Like, did they have like a bunch of different types of ramen because it was a festival? Also, how does that work? Is it like free entry and then you gotta pay for everything else? Or you have to pay for entry and then pay for everything else? Pork ramen. I actually had katsudon yesterday. It was delicious. I ate every bit. Every minuscule rice. Yeah, it's open to public. Food you pay. Oh, of course. Did you have anything else besides ramen? What? How much was it to enter the raffle? I knew there was a raffle to win a trip to Japan. Probably wouldn't have won. $1! I wonder how many tickets he bought. I'll take 1,000 tickets, please. One of my biggest regrets in life is that I had the chance to study abroad in Japan during my undergrad, and I wasn't able to do it. What's Calpico soda? Well, so for my undergrad, for my bachelor's degree, I went to Temple University down in Philadelphia, and they just happened to have a sister campus in Tokyo, Japan. So they since it was technically just another campus under their brand, it wasn't like you were a transfer student or something. It was like fully under their programs. So yeah, I came very close to doing a semester in Japan for my undergrad, but it didn't come to pass. Alright, no charming. No charming. We're not gonna charm. We're not gonna say from charms. Yeah, it would have been awesome. I'll get over there someday. No squeezing the shaman. Whoa, what the hell? That was... Holy crap, my TV is freaking the hell out right now. What the hell is going on? It's not good. Hold on. Oh boy, technical difficulties. Not good. Well, I had to take the cartridge out. Well, the power's coming on. Huh. Very weird and very unfortunate. Huh. Well, this isn't great. Things were going really good. What is... Oh boy. What is going wrong? Oh boy. Let me try... It can't be the game, can it? Let me try another game. I really hope my copy of Chrono Trigger didn't just like shit the bed. Huh. Well, that sucks. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. Oh, wait a minute. We've got picture. Oh, maybe we don't. I've got Donkey Kong Country playing. Could be, maybe. Oh. Now we got no input again. I don't understand how it could be a loose connection, though, because I didn't touch a goddamn thing. Well, I got picture again. Well, Donkey Kong Country seems to be doing okay. Yeah, I don't think it's the TV, because I think it was just one of the cables, one of the SCART cables, because the TV seems to be working fine, because I have a SCART switcher. So from the back of the SNES, there's a RGB SCART cable, which then goes into a 8-in, 2-out SCART switcher. And one of those outs goes into the TV, and one of those other outs goes into the Framemeister. Now, when that issue just happened, if it was the TV, I would have lost just the TV, and it wouldn't have affected the Framemeister and such. But it did. So that leads me to believe it's an issue. There was some sort of loose connection or something with the SCART switcher. Which, I hope that's not the case, because this thing cost me like fucking $200. I mean, it seems to be running okay now. So let's try Chrono Trigger again. Oh, the only unfortunate part is that I have to fucking do all those boss battles again. Well, Jesus. Lavos just does not want to be beaten tonight, apparently. He's like, no, you know what? I don't think you're gonna beat this. I don't think you're gonna beat me tonight. No. It's fucking 11 o'clock. Alright, well, sorry for those technical difficulties. Hopefully there's no more like that. Kind of scared the shit out of me. I mean, one of the connections did feel a little loose, so maybe that was the culprit. But how it got loose, a little loose in the first place, is a little disconcerting. But I'll try not to worry about it unless it happens again. I won't worry too much about intermittent issues. Although hopefully I'm not jinxing myself by still talking about it. Well, I beat her in record time, so that's good. Sorry you have to sit through all this again. I really don't know what the hell just happened. Oh, spacing out. It's got me on tilt now, the technical difficulties. Just really bothers me. I just don't understand why that would just randomly happen. I mean, maybe it is because I've been like playing. I've been using the thing for like all day and most of yesterday too. But that one shouldn't be an issue. I don't know. I'll try not to worry about it. It's like now I feel like even more like pressured and against the clock. Like, I could break at any moment now. As if this like whole gauntlet wasn't like stress-inducing enough. Well, I don't know about that, Lazeneer. But thank you, I appreciate that.
Welcome.
Hey, speaking of, the Lazeneer, thank you so much for that follow. I'm glad those technical difficulties I had a moment ago weren't happening when you tuned in. And if they did, I apologize. Ugh, my neck. Yeah. Come on, Frog. We need more crits. We need more crits. Mmm, bacon. Watermelon and bacon. Now that's a combo. That just screams like some sort of a summer breakfast or brunch. So, funny story. There's a video game restaurant that's trying to open in the area, and they're doing like a Indiegogo thing to help raise funds and such. And one of the incentives to be a backer is that you can name an item on the menu. Unfortunately, those all sold out, but there's still an option to, for $200, you can name a cocktail on the menu. And I was thinking to myself, well, you know, I don't drink, but wouldn't it be cool if I named a cocktail at a video game themed restaurant the Watermelon Bonsai? I don't know what would be in it. Probably some watermelon flavored liqueur. Nereus, it's in my area. It's up at the mall. Is that a thing? Is that a real thing? Midori? Again, I don't know. I don't drink. I don't drink and I don't know things. To paraphrase someone. Okay. We're back where we were. There'll be no charming going on. There'll be hopefully no technical difficulties. We'll hopefully get through this. What if you took the Midori and, like, what's a spicy alcohol? Like Fireball? Like if you did a Midori and Fireball and mixed it together? You know, you get a little sweet and spicy? Or does that just sound disgusting? Look, I told you, I don't drink. I don't know these things. I'm keeping Frog doing nothing so he can heal. The fuck is a dirty martini? Ah, what the hell? Why is it at this one part? Stay. Stay. It's really giving me a lot of anxiety right now, I'm not gonna lie. did it. How dare you insects come after me? Oh, almighty Lavos, lend me your power. At last, Lavos awakens. Compared with him, you are like germs, but I shall obtain immortality. What? I mean, I hate olives in general, but why would you put olives on tacos? It's like my dad, for whatever reason, he likes to put corn in chili. Corn does not belong in chili. I'm sorry. Alright, here we go. I basically gotta do a Mega Man style boss rush. Luckily, they allow you to heal and such between forms. Also, I believe Falcon Hit will take care of most of these forms in no time. Bean corn turkey chili. Ugh. No! 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 Alright. I paused the game. So... Oh! I don't know what I did. What did I do? I did something. Alright. Don't anyone breathe or make a sound. Damn it! I really wish I knew what was the problem here. Oh boy, I tell you, if I beat the game tonight, it's gonna be a fucking miracle between the game itself and all these fucking technical difficulties. Well, I appreciate you all sticking around, despite all these technical difficulties. Hopefully they subside, or I can figure out what the problem is. Hopefully we can actually beat this tonight. I guess that's just the problems you pay when you play with on real hardware and everything. All the potential technical difficulties. Just keep hitting with the 3D! Robo! Get the tables! What will you have me do with the table, sir? Well, you know... Well, you know, you're welcome to fly on over here anytime you want. I mean, I know I'm in the middle of something right here, and, you know, I'm, like, definitely afraid of moving. Unless I upset the feng shui I've got going on with things working at the moment. But I would love to show you something, Slightly Dark Blue Ghost. Maybe when I've got a moment. And if you're still around. Old grabby hands. Because I think, if I remember reading correctly, there's a save point after you go through this gauntlet before you face the real final Lavos. Ooh, what a nice $5 word. Carapace. At least I think that's how you pronounce that. Oh, there we go. I beat the gauntlet of prior bosses. Now I have to face the shell of Lavos himself before I am granted entrance to the inner workings. you're trying to put some status effects on me, huh? Well, I think you'll find that it won't work because I've got good gear on. Can it be over? Will there never be an end? No give up. This is creepy. It's worse than Magus's place. Lava smell stronger. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like the Winamp visuals that I used to put on like in my younger days. Okay, so since I saved and hopefully I won't disturb anything by doing this, and since Slightly Dark Blue Ghost is still here, I want to show him something. Alright, Slightly Dark Blue Ghost, I promised you that someday, because of all your wonderful support and your wonderful music and everything you've done for me, at some point I would stream your favorite game, and I got a copy of it. Right here. It's a little green screen chromed out, but there it is. In all its PS1 glory. So, I made a promise to you that someday I would play this game on stream, and I would play only your music in the background. Hey, might that be the next thing I'd play after Chrono Trigger? Maybe. Who knows? Alright, boys and girls, it's time for the final battle to go up against Lavos. Goo. Cyrus, this be our finest battle. I'll not give up. Or Ayla, or whatever. As he opens his nipple beams. I see you're a man of culture. So this is going to be, again, a situation where we're going to be using Falcon Hit a lot. And we're mostly going to keep Frog free to heal. We have 13 Mega Elixirs. Basically going to use them somewhat sparingly, but we want to keep the party nice and healthy. I might not talk much during this boss fight because I have to really keep my mind laser focused on what the fuck I'm doing. That's not good. Don't want her to be confused. Yeah, like that. Yeah, that hurt. This might hurt too. And we could probably do a heal instead of waste a Mega Elixir. I want to save more of those for the second form. Alright. That was the easy part. Here comes the not so easy part. So, what we need to focus on is there'll be three parts. There'll be a middle, there'll be a left, middle, and right part. We have to destroy the left part, and then do most of because the left part will heal. The right part is the part we actually have to hit. And the middle part does a lot, but it's more of a distraction than anything. This be evil. Indeed, this thing possesses the vitality of all living creatures. It have harvested DNA from animals, only to further its own evolution, and while sleeping to boot. It is too much to bear. We have been reared like animals. Our lives hath been for naught. Me no run. Ayla no run away. Worse than losing. Ayla strong. Ayla in world good. You outsider, not part of planet's life. Alright, this is its final form. When shit's gonna get really real. Alright, so that's exactly what we want. We want to get rid of the left bit. So he'll shut off his defense and we can attack him. Now I'm gonna keep Frog mostly open so he can heal at any time. Like right now. Yeah, he does look very Frieza-ish, doesn't he? Now, luckily, the left bit there that heals and keeps coming back is only has like 2,000 HP. See ya, Slightly Dark Blue Ghost. Thank you so much once more for coming out. Please don't kill everyone. Oh yeah, good luck on your midterms. See you on the other side. Now, unfortunately, he put his defense back up. Oh, now he shut his defense off. So I should be okay to hit him with the 3D attack. Alright, now he's reviving his fallen guys, so we gotta go back to doing Falcon Hit instead. And again, we're gonna keep Frog for healing purposes. My heart's like beating a mile a minute right now. Alright, Mega Elixir, because this hurts. Okay, he shut off his defense, that's good. Yes! We did it. We did it, boys. Oh. Technical difficulties aside, We did it. Oh, God. Oh. Feels pretty damn good. Oh. Well, let's see what ending I did get. I'm very curious to see what ending I got. Chrono? Chrono? Chrono! It's time to rise and shine. We have a little surprise for you. Where's my mom? Your stay of execution has been cancelled. We must now carry out your sentence. Is this the bad ending? We've been looking for you, Chrono. Where did you take my daughter? Daddy, don't! Chrono hasn't done a thing. She says Chrono has been a perfect gentleman, but... What do you think, Chancellor? Chrono's deeds have had an enormous impact on the kingdom. Chancellor, how could you? Please, just listen to me. We had to... Save the future, right? Huh? You saved the future and gave us hope. Wait, is that the past king? You fought Magus's troops and brought peace to the kingdom in the year 600. Wait a minute. I think this is a time paradox. This... Chrono beat reptites. Well, what's going on here? Luca! You brought them here, didn't you? Kingsman told me all about your incredible mission. Kinsman? You mean these are my ancestors and descendants? He was fussing about my kingdom and my daughter, and you were saving past, present, and future. Now, for a true victory parade, tonight we celebrate you! Now, Marley, go out and enjoy the last night of the festival fair. I'm still not sure about bringing, all these people across time into one time. Come along with Chrono, our hero. Princess Nadia is finally home, at last. Guardia is back to normal. It's a moonlight parade! Oh, there's that jerk. There's that jerk drinking his soda. His soda. I don't know who those quadruplets are. Well, I guess there's sextuplets. 7 uplets. I don't. Jeez. That little girl has a lot of twins. I don't think I ever gave him back his tools. Does that drastically alter the oh, I can control. Does giving him back his tools drastically change the ending? You saved us all? That's nice, dear, but I wish you would spend more time around the house. Gee, Mom. It's a real problem when the person who's in charge of the cat is gone. princess is gorgeous. Don't get me wrong, of course you are too. Oh, well, thank you. This is fantastic. Yum, lemonade sure tastes great outdoors. Yeah, lemonade. Chrono, have a sip. You're the hero today. What a dreamy night. Thank you, darling. Chrono, the king says you saved the future. Wait till I tell my friends. Yeah, sorry I couldn't fix your legs. Not much business in weapons anymore, but I like it that way. Oh! Just popping out of nowhere. Anything going on over here? Wow, there's a lot of slowdown during this part. Super Nintendo just can't handle it. Yeah, like I accidentally pressed A, you know, as I was trying to like rush through the dialogue options, and I messed it up. Well, everyone, this is it. Each to thine own time. The gate has grown weak. We've got to say our goodbyes before the gate closes. You're all leaving? Chrono was strong. Marl too. Ayla have fun. You're my distant ancestor, so you better have tough kids or I'll be in trouble. Heh heh. No worry. Ayla very strong. Right. Hey, what do you mean by that? Kino dummy, we go now. Oh! 'Tis a feisty crowd, but they are thine kin, and 'tis of consequence. Queen Lean awaits. Your Majesty, we too shall take our leave. Mr. Frog? Long farewells, never were necessary. Right. Besides, actions speak louder than words. Aww. Yeah, don't these things end with the princess kissing the frog? There it is. I was like, who's gonna make the snoo-suit joke? So, you're gonna search for Shala? Ugh. Alright, bye, emo kid. Luca, I will miss you. What's wrong, Luca? Aren't you gonna say goodbye to Robo? She knows. Knows what? Robo was born in a bleak future. When we defeated Lavos, we changed history. Robo may not exist in the future. Haha, please relax. The new future has a place for me. Darn it, Robo! Don't pretend you don't care when you're really sad. It just makes things worse. Luca, you have taught me these emotions. Thank you. Tears don't become you, Luca. Robo will be there in the new future. Goodbye. Ow. Caution. Oil has washed over my sight centers. Slight diminished. Peace. Do you remember that talk we had? You mean about whether our lives flash by before we die? Yeah, I get the feeling that the entity is finally at rest. Yes, I feel that too. Time travel. How exhausting. We should dismantle the epoch. Its job is finished. You naughty thing, come back here. Look, Chrono, your cat's running away because we haven't been feeding it. Hey, come back here. Mom. Oh, great. Chrono, that gate will never open again. Well, looks like we have no choice but to go after them. Go after them? But the gates... Luca, don't turn off your brain yet. I forgot! We have a time machine! Nah. Oh, Princess, the king asked for your presents. I'm so happy. Now there's no reason for you to go away anymore. Yeah, about that. I have a gift for you to commemorate this day. Princess Nadia. Either that's a really light bell, or those are rude. That's a really lot of balloons. This is Nadia's bell. It will ring out across the land. Carl, where did you go? Could someone please lend me a hand? Oh, Daddy, I hate to say this, but I can't sit around doing nothing. Phew, made it just in time. Shall I fire one off? No, Tibbin, actually, I could really use your... Yeah, just hit it with a hammer. Well, that's Chrono Trigger. I, finally beat it. I've played through the game a number of times, and I've only ever gotten so far. And, oh wow, it is exactly midnight. That is, wow. I would like to think I perfectly planned that, but I did not. Thank you. I mean, I couldn't have done it without your help, all y'all's help and your support and everything. I appreciate you all tuning in, cheering me on. Like I said, half the reason why I started streaming was so I could play all these old games that I either never finished or never played. So I know there's multiple endings and there's multiple paths and things you can do in the game, but I'm really happy with the choices I made. And look at that, look at those two robots. They're so happy together, and they're happy together, flying on their pterodactyls. Yeah, I was curious of that myself, if this is the best ending. Because okay, yeah, because I was going to say, I did all the side quests. I don't know if it makes a difference what time period you go through the Omen. Because I decided to go through the Omen at the earliest point in history, at 12,000 BC, when it first appears. Because I figured if I destroy the Omen then, it won't be around for the rest of history, so maybe that'll give me a better ending. I don't know if that actually factors into it, but that was just my mind frame. Yeah, I'm curious to know what some of the other endings are, though. I'm sure there's, like, yeah, weird ones and bad ones. But yeah, I'm happy with this one. I think it worked out really well, and really happy to say that I finally completed this game. Oh, really? I guess that makes sense. I mean, in the little research that I did, yeah. Well, you know, like I said, Narius, I appreciate anyone showing up whenever. You know, be it when I'm streaming and if they're just lurking, if they're chatting, if they watch any of the videos after the fact, you know. Any support is, you know, much appreciated. But yeah, when I was doing a little bit of research earlier, you know, I do know that like if you go straight to 1999 AD, you just go straight inside Lavos. You don't go through all the different forms and everything, and have to face all the different bosses and whatnot. But yeah, that's the end. Again, thank you all for tuning in, for sticking by me after all the technical difficulties and everything. You know, I'm so glad that that didn't get in the way, so to say. It's still a little disconcerting to me that happened, and so I'm gonna look more into that. Hopefully, it's nothing serious, because I would hate to have to, you know, replace something, especially since a lot of my equipment was not cheap. But yeah, so I'm going to end things there.